I want all three of you guys to go up to the board and tell us your three favorite, your craziest play, craziest moment, craziest matchup, anything you give me. We got AJ up next.
I'm up first. Yeah.
I swear, one of you better pick Jack Golke.
Jack.
No, I didn't quite go with Jack Golke. My favorite moment from this tournament was Cam Hyde's putback dunk in the championship game. This might have been one of the most phenomenal plays I've ever seen in my life. It was one of the most athletic things I've ever seen. Just look at the extension. Look at the vertical. He gets up, arm goes all the way back, and he's going over 2 7-footers. To me, this was just an incredible play. Brought energy back to Purdue and allowed them to go back onto a run to try and get back in this game. They didn't get the result they wanted, but it cut to a 7-point lead. So I think just get the momentum, the energy going, the bench reaction. The bench loved it. That's why it's probably my favorite moment of the entire tournament this year.
Yeah, that's a really good moment. I mean, I was watching that live. I mean, listen, there's just a lot of there's a lot of great players in this tournament. That's a little underrated. Yeah. I feel like. All right, I'll go to my moment now, and mine's not really a moment. It's a team because listen, this team right here, NC State, went on a run this tournament. I mean, you talk about the way they came into the tournament. They barely beat Louisville. Louisville was terrible in the ACC this year. They were absolutely terrible. They barely beat Louisville. They go on a very long run, and the Pack, they were in fact back. Shout out Jair Alexander. And, DJ Burns was just an incredible player in the post. His move, his finesse in the paint is something that has to be studied.
Baby Shaq.
There is no other player in this tournament that had a move like him. Filipowski was out, he just got beat by him. Burns beat him every single possession. We're gonna watch here, just a little jab step, a little in, then a little hook shot. I mean, it's so easy with him. And then you had shooters like Michael O'Connell, you had DJ Horn, who was their best player in this tournament, by the way. And then you had guys like Diarra, who was my favorite player to watch, just because of how many rebounds he got all game long. And, he was doing it, while on Ramadan the entire time as well, which is incredible, just because he's not able to eat during the day. He was just going out there, playing his game. And, yeah, I mean, this NC State team, you could watch him. I could watch it over and over again. They just were incredible. DJ Burns was just insane. Yeah. This game especially is insane.
I think he more than earned his Raising Cane's NIL deal.
Yeah, I saw that. I love how he embraces it. We all talk about the physique, the finesse. We all know there's.
That's what a real man looks like.
I say that's but at this level, you don't see a lot of people with that figure. So I just love how he embraces it.
Yeah, and his move is insane.
4-letter word, UNIT, unit. That is what DJ Burns is.
All right,
now, this is a classic March Madness moment here. The ending of Colorado and Florida. KJ Simpson with the most skilled shot of all time. The only problem I have with it is that it reminds me of Kawhi Leonard's shot in Game 7 against my Sixers. Wait, I want to talk about it. And before this, Florida had hit a shot from about 30 feet out in Curry range to tie the game, and then Colorado comes back and be like, all right, bet. And then they just hit that shot. So, I mean, this is what March Madness is all about. Shots that you probably never see go in, and all these amazing endings that you'll probably never see over a regular season all happen in one tournament. And honestly, it doesn't really get better than this, does it? This is why they call it March Madness. Moments like these, man, it just gives you chills.
Yeah. If it was a buzzer beater, it would have been insane. It would have been Kawhi Leonard flashbacks. If it was an actual buzzer beater, the clock hit 0. Yeah. I mean, Kevin Harlan was on the call, my favorite call. That's my favorite part of March Madness.
Yeah, that's another part that reminded me of is that Kevin Harlan was on it.
I mean, you remember Furman, Virginia last year. I mean, he's just an incredible announcer. Yeah. He's peak.
Him or Ryan Eagle?
No, Kevin Harlan.
Eagle.
Ooh. Harlan, easily.
I don't know about that one.
Harlan. I would take Harlan in the championship game all the time. Eagle's a great announcer, I agree. But just Eagle's a little,
I want to see Harlan do the Final Four next year.
Sure.
And then have
Harlan's
it
awesome. Why don't you do the Shaq cast? Shaq and Charles.
Yeah.
we should get that going.
Got mine's the last one. Got the best game of the tournament. You already know what it is. Houston, Texas A&M. This finish was crazy. All right, so right here, right? You're thinking Houston's got this in the bag. 3-point game. All you can do is just not allow a three. And let's just take a look and see what they do. Watch the play they drew up right here. This is a beautiful play call. Went around the screen, slips through. Look at him, wide open. Who's got him? Nothing but net. I mean, this is just a perfect play. This symbolizes March right here. This is craziness at its finest. This game was impeccable. I mean, it almost looked like a football game. There were bodies flying the entire game. I mean, Jamal Sheed had the game of his life. He's one of the National Player of the Year for a reason. Houston had 5 guys almost fouled out. I believe they had 4 fouled out, and the other 2 were in foul trouble or so. Those 4 starters fouled out by the end of the game. Houston went on to win this. Thank goodness for my bracket. But overall, I think this was a crazy game. Craziest finish of the tournament, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, Houston, man, it's so sad what happened to Shed.
Yeah.
I think
Midway through that tournament, I mean, Shed, man, like
they made the Final Four with Shed.
Shed's playing like Duke
It's a game
put up
changer.
53 points. So they were down like 8 before he got hurt. Like, I mean, that was just that was crushing. But that moment was insane.
Yeah, that one hurt.
I mean, that was like the only like buzzer beater that we even like had in the tournament, if you're gonna say it, because there was like an over under before the tournament, over or under like one buzzer beater, like a half buzzer beater. It didn't hit.
Yeah.
There was none.
All right, moving on.